Well, let's go into maybe the harder side of it. You do walk in that door, you are a lady, you are a leader in the industry. Maybe you don't get the recognition right away, right? And what are some of those challenges that maybe you face that you can bridge the gap so somebody maybe can cross that point maybe a little faster than you did?
Hmm. I don't know if you want to take this one, Abby. So for me, I'm just kind of a natural boat rocker or whatever. So I sort of just like stepped into my own power in moments where maybe I don't even know if I should have felt that way. And I had pushback like early days of getting involved, even in my family company. I mean, I was described as gruff and what is, like there was pushback, and not even so much within the org, but even with like vendors and distributors and things like that, that felt there was an area of friction. Um, for me, I kept my head down and I just worked hard and was able to kind of prove through results, I guess, in a sense. But I'm interested to hear, maybe about your path, Abby, as well. And these are the kinds of conversations I'm excited to have in Phoenix because, I don't know a ton of women yet in the industry, and I know that this is obviously, there's a number of different roads that take us here, and some of them are met with more friction than others. But finding women and finding mentors is obviously like a number one go-to kind of solution to find some of that strength. But yeah, I like to rock the boat, so it was a natural place for me.
I love it.
For me, it was more knowledge is power. I knew
Oh,
that because I started out in sales, and I knew that I had to know just as much, if not more, than anybody else, because I was going to get questioned. I was going to be told that I didn't know as much as a guy could. And so I had to know and be able to answer any question that came at me. And when I started my radio show back in 2013, I would talk about products for 45 minutes. So I had to be able to have people call in and be able to answer everything. And I think that got the respect in my area and in the industry, is just knowing what everything entails. And that's kind of where it started for me. I think that I was kind of a solopreneur for a long time. And then when I started getting employees, somebody that wanted to get in this industry that maybe could speed up their process, is that I found myself not speaking my truth as much as I probably should have in the beginning when I started adding more people. And I think that sometimes things sat for too long, or they could have been handled a little bit differently by me if I would have just been more dominant and more upfront, and had people realize that just because I was a woman, you're going to have to learn to respect me a little bit more, just even in the business, not necessarily on the outside of the business. So I would just say speak your truth right away.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's important across the board. For any great leader that wants the recognition and wants people to follow them through, through anything, through fire, through good times, through bad times. Any great leader is going to develop those traits of speaking their truth, with not only speaking that truth, Abby, but it's speaking it with 100% confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And delivering that message to the team. And that's something that both of you have obviously done a tremendous job doing, because your teams have both grown tremendously over the past years. And we see it on our side from reviewing your companies, that your culture is fantastic. Your customers love you.